Get ready for the action, because the USMNT midfielder Johnny Cardoso is officially ruled out of the 2026 FIFA World Cup after undergoing surgery. We dive deep into the details of this major injury and what it means for the team's lineup ahead of the big tournament.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we break down the intense clash between PSG and Arsenal in the Champions League, and former defender Rio Ferdinand spills the tea on exactly why Mikel Arteta's side is poised to take home that historic title. We switch gears to the referees of the game as German referee Daniel Siebert secures his spot for the Champions League final after missing the World Cup roster, and we look at the history behind his selection. And finally, we look at the wider referee picture, including Maurizio Mariani and Francois Letexer, as FIFA finalizes its World Cup officiating crew. And don't miss out on all the latest sports news. The U.S. men's national team midfielder, Johnny Cardoso, will miss the 2026 FIFA World Cup after announcing surgery to address a high-grade right ankle sprain. Channel YouTube Atletico Madrid confirmed the decision on Monday, following diagnostic scans and rehabilitation work at the club's facility. The injury occurred last Thursday during training, sidelining Cardoso. The club opted for surgery after thorough evaluation, making him unavailable for the upcoming tournament. This development comes at a critical juncture for the USMNT, just 31 days before the World Cup opener against Paraguay in Los Angeles, and 15 days before manager Mauricio Pochettino is scheduled to unveil the roster in New York City on May 26. Cardoso joined Atletico Madrid in July from Real Betis, but reportedly struggled to secure a consistent role within the squad, with his most recent appearance coming in a UEFA Champions League semi-final loss to Arsenal. For the USMNT, Cardoso has accumulated 23 caps, featuring in 45 minutes of the recent 5-2 loss to Belgium. Despite being recognized as a standout player in Champions League play this season, his record includes no goals in his international career and a lack of significant impact at the 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup. His absence creates a void in the central midfield battle. Key contenders for the roster likely include Vancouver Whitecaps, Sebastian Berhalter, and Seattle Sounders, Christian Roldan. Berhalter, who has demonstrated significant promise with a goal and 3 assists in 11 caps, has shown strong form in MLS, scoring 4 goals and 7 assists, and possesses notable set-piece delivery skills. Roldan brings 45 caps of international experience and World Cup familiarity. Other potential options on the radar include Middlesbrough's Aidan Morris, alongside players such as Bournemouth's Tyler Adams, Juventus's Weston McKennie, and Lyon's Tanner Tessman, who is currently managing a minor injury. The USMNT will face 2 pre-World Cup friendlies before the tournament begins, scheduled against Senegal on May 31 in Charlotte and Germany on June 6 in Chicago. Manager Pochettino retains the authority to make roster adjustments up to 24 hours before the opening match, provided the changes adhere to the preliminary 55-man roster guidelines. Arsenal is poised for a historic run as they gear up for a monumental Champions League final showdown against Paris Saint-Germain. Following Bukayo Saka's crucial performance against Atletico Madrid, the Gunners are now chasing a Premier League and European double. Amidst the build-up, former England defender Rio Ferdinand offered a mixed assessment of the contest. Ferdinand expressed strong confidence in Arsenal's capabilities, stating, "I said Arsenal would win the league this year, and I think Arsenal will win the league. And I now think that Arsenal are going to win the Champions League." However, Ferdinand acknowledged the superior raw quality and tactical fluidity displayed by Luis Enrique's side. He was unequivocal in his praise for PSG, declaring them the better team, 100%, citing their superior style of play and the current excellence of their manager. Ferdinand pointed to the goal disparity, noting that PSG's attackers were the most explosive scorers in the competition, netting 44 goals to Arsenal's 29 in the final. Ferdinand identified the key differentiator for Arsenal's potential victory as their physical dominance and mastery of set-piece situations. He argued that PSG's defensive fragility from corners and free kicks would be their downfall against Arteta's specialist players. "They look uncomfortable at set pieces," Ferdinand explained. "They're the best team in the Premier League at set pieces, and if they get set pieces and free kicks and corners, they are going to cause absolute carnage against that small PSG team." He emphasized that Arsenal's ability to exploit set pieces and free kicks around the box or halfway line would be decisive. Despite Ferdinand's optimism, former teammate Neville remained skeptical. Neville conceded that a double would elevate Arteta's squad significantly, but felt PSG held a distinct developmental edge. In a recent podcast, Neville asserted that PSG are currently superior, stating, "PSG are better than them, you can't get away from that. PSG are a better team than Arsenal right now, and they've demonstrated that over the last 2 seasons. He suggested that PSG's recent form and the leadership of Luis Enrique place them in a position to reclaim consecutive titles. German referee Daniel Siebert has been selected by UEFA to officiate the Champions League final between Arsenal FC and Paris Saint-Germain. This selection comes after FIFA excluded him from the World Cup roster. Siebert will be the 10th referee for the Champions League this season, marking his 3rd consecutive round officiating an Arsenal match. The final is scheduled to take place on May 30 at the Puskas Arena in Budapest. Earlier in the season, Siebert was involved in high-profile matches. He previously oversaw the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals second leg between Liverpool and Paris Saint-Germain in Liverpool on April 14, 2026, where referee Maurizio Mariani reviewed a decision to award Liverpool a penalty following a VAR review. Siebert's appointment for the final signals a significant role in a major European fixture, adding another high-stakes assignment to his officiating career. German referee Daniel Siebert has been selected by UEFA to officiate the Champions League final between Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain. This selection comes after FIFA omitted him from the World Cup list. The high-stakes match is scheduled for May 30 at the Puskas Arena in Budapest, marking Siebert's 10th Champions League assignment this season and his 3rd consecutive round officiating an Arsenal fixture. Siebert has a notable history in European competition, having previously managed Arsenal's 1-0 victories against Sporting Lisbon in the quarterfinals first leg and against Atletico Madrid in the semi-finals second leg. He has also refereed a match for PSG during the league phase at Athletic Bilbao. In his 9 Champions League appearances this season, Siebert has accumulated 2 red cards and awarded a single penalty kick. While FIFA included him in the 2022 World Cup, where he officiated 2 group stage matches, he was not selected for the 2026 tournament in North America, with Felix Zwayer chosen instead. Siebert has also worked at 2 European championships, handling 5 games in total. In other major European fixtures, Tess Olofsson of Sweden is set to referee the Women's Champions League final between Barcelona and OL Lions in Oslo on May 23, following his work at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Meanwhile, French referee François Letixier, who handled the men's Euro 2024 final, has been chosen by UEFA for the Europa League final. Maurizio Mariani of Italy will officiate the Conference League final between Crystal Palace and Rayo Vallecano in Leipzig on May 27. Both Letixier and Mariani are among the 52 referees FIFA is selecting for the World Cup to be held in the United States, Canada, and Mexico from June 11 to July 19.